Hey, what's going on YouTube? Adam C here. So here is the promised fish room tour from 300 gallon all the way down to 20. All the tanks are pretty much completely full, so there's a lot to show you guys. This is a 20 tall. In here I've got 35 F1 Tyrannochromis nigriventer. This is one of these smaller groups that I've bred here that are probably only 3 weeks out of the breeder boxes. Cool thing about Tyrannochromis nigriventer is when you're breeding them, the young ones, even at a very, very small size, a ½ inch, you can already see their patterns starting to form, as you can see with these guys. They grow really quickly. They'll be 3 inch, heck, in just a couple months. Crazy how fast Tyrannos grow. Also in here I've got 3 or 4 Bristlenose Plecos that were bred here. It's just they hide in the rocks during the day. This is a 40 gallon. Everyone's a bit afraid that I'm sitting in front of the tank filming them. In here I have fry from my albino flavescent peacock group. They're about 1 inch. And I also have some young Lichnochromis cuticeps from my group also about 1 inch. So all the fish in this tank sitting right at 1 inch, Malawi gar and albino flavescent. They seem to do really well in a 40 gallon tank. They won't be in here for all that much longer, but for right now, having about 50 fish in here, it's a nice sized tank for them. Here is the 75 gallon, and here I have 2 Buccochromis heterotania at about 2 3/4 inch. I have 7 F1 Tyrannochromis nigriventer from my wild group here that are about 2½ inch. A few of them already showing clear males. There's one there. Then I also have probably 15-20 more Tyrannochromis nigriventer that are at 1 inch. Also bred here. And then lastly, I have the fish in here that I've got more questions and requests about than any other fish I've ever bred in my fish room. And it's a hybrid, and it is the bulk of all these fish in here. These long slender fish, these are the hybrid part Buccochromis lepturus green and part Champsochromis corallius Malawi trout. So lepturus trout, I suppose. With a lot of hybrids, they're very, very different. They end up looking ridiculous. But with these two mixes, I suppose, they're both long, slender fish, one being blue, one being green, so fairly close in coloration, as well as the stripe down the back that I think these actually might be really, really cool looking. No, I don't have any idea what I'm going to do with them. I'm not sure if I'm going to sell males. 100% no females are going to go out, but nothing decided on for sure when it comes to these guys. All I know is they're growing crazy fast. A lot of them are starting to be bluish green. Shocking. And I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. 6 foot long, 125. Plants from Elite Cichlids. And here I have a wild group of Cyanochromis fryerii, 1 male, 5 female, and a group of albino Alanocara flavescent, 2 male and 5 female. There's the dominant male and the the only fryerii male. I do also have some standard flavescent females for the purposes of split gene. So if an albino male would breed with one of the standard females, I'd have split gene fry, meaning some will be standard, some will be albino. For the fryerii, there's a female over there. And there is a holding female there. So fingers crossed I'll have some F1 fryerii before too long. I do have some little guys to show you from around the fish room also that you haven't seen yet. In this breeder box, I've got 50 Champsochromis corallius Malawi trout. Stripped them maybe 4 or 5 days ago. Finally old enough to go in that breeder box. Out front now, there's the dominant male. Lichnochromis acuticeps are known as seasonal breeders, so they might breed hard for a couple months and then take 8 months off. So the last time they bred for me was about 2 months ago, and I guess it's their off period because he's colored down a bit, but that's certainly fine. Both of these being timid species, I added this Kessel light, and with the intention of leaving both ends dark, so the fish that want to be in the light, be right up front, can, and the fish that are feeling timid or scared, they can retreat to the darkness and chill out for a bit. So it accommodates several purposes. The other fish in here, these are the Taniolethrina praeorbitalis. There's 7 of them in here. I don't really know the sexing of them yet. There's definitely a couple males, but I really don't know what I plan to do with them long term. Really cool fish, get very, very large. But there is money to be made in the aquarium hobby, especially in African cichlids, if you had the tank space to buy some fish very small and grow them out and sell them as a group, which is probably what I'm going to do with these guys. I got these at about 1.5 inches, 2 inch for really, really cheap. And as I grow them out, I'll probably end up selling the groups. So just another way you can make money in the African cichlid hobby if you have the patience and the tank space to do so. The rocks in here, these are fake rocks from Universal Rocks, the plants from Elite Cichlids. So I hope to have a lot more updates on this tank in the future. Hopefully it involves the Acuticeps getting back into breeding and maybe getting some color out of the praeorbitalis sooner than later. 300 gallon here, 8 foot long, 30 inches front to back. Really, really nice aquarium size for larger haps. You have a lot of the length, and the front to back on it gives them a lot of room to turn around, breed if you want them to. It's a very nice tank for some of these larger haps. You can see on the right I've got some of my plants from EliteCichlids.com. Very flowy type plants, if that makes sense, which is what I wanted to go for. The centerpiece in the back is from Universal Rocks. I believe that is the model BFR 004. It's not under the background section, it's under the rocks or feature rock section, I believe. The rocks all the way over on the left are from Aqua Decor. In this tank I have groups of Champsochromis corallius, the Malawi trout, which are actively breeding. There's the male right in the center. I have a group of wild Tyrannochromis nigrivender. You can see them scattered around. The male's kind of in the top middle up there. And if you look at the bottom right, you can see the breeding pit. That male always takes that up and claims that as his own. I have a group of wild Nimbochromis linea in here. There's the male kind of hovering out in the middle. And over here on the right, I have Buccochromis heterotania, a wild group. They're out of view now, but they're coming back in here very shortly. There he is. He's the biggest fish in the tank, probably 11 inches. Probably pretty close to a foot, actually. The nigrivender, 9 inch. The trout, 10 inch. So let's get a closer view of all these guys. I did forget to mention when I was going through all the fish that I did also recently add this group of Buccochromis rhodociliello. There's 9 in total. That's a wild male, about 5 inch. And the rest are about 3.5 to 4 inch. Unsexed for the most part. 9 in total. So getting a better view of the 300, there's the plants from EliteCichlids.com over there on the right. It's the same Kessel light from the Acuticeps tank. Gives that dark effect on either end, so the fish that desire being out of the spotlight can be accommodated. Get a close-up of some of the larger fish that are in here. There's the Heterotania male. The nigrivender male. The Champsochromis, the Malawi trout. The nigrivender have been breeding quite a bit lately. You can see there's his breeding pit down there. Here's a holding female right there. It's been a really nice producing group for me. Hopefully the others pick it up. The trout are breeding. but nothing from the Heterotania or the Linny to this point. But it'll just take some time. They'll eventually come around. This is a spot over here where the trout likes to bring his ladies to breed. Those plants kind of give him a nice wall where he can have some privacy. We got a quick side shot here. A view from the side of the tank. From the side you can really get a feel for the overall size of the tank. The 30 inches front to back is really nice for these fish. All the space they can get, every inch is certainly beneficial for them. Got some rocks over here in the corner. I was hoping someone would take this up as their breeding spot, but so far no takers. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to leave a comment, send me an email, Instagram, private message, whatever you guys like. See you guys next time.